Welcome to Colorful Anime, where we talk about anime from a colorful perspective. I'm your host, Lance. I got some friends with me, Chris.
Hi.
Jordan.
Yo.
And behind the camera, Malcolm.
Hello.
You know what's funny is that this actually makes more sense doing it this way. Like, I'm not even going to tell anybody what that was about. But all I have to say is, if you are watching this, please make sure to keep up with us. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Facebook group. Holla at us on Discord. We get the conversations going in Discord. And if you care about us, you care about the success of Black businesses and equity and ownership. Join our Patreon. Become a patron and a stakeholder in this amazing thing that we got going on. The space for folks to talk about anime, comic books, comics, games, everything in nerd culture. So join all of that stuff. I hope that stuff actually is somewhere as I'm talking about it. I have to be like talking about the stuff and be like hoping that something is somewhere. But anyways, how's everybody doing? What's going on?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
We're here. Clips. That's never a good response to how you doing? Surviving, you know. I'm living.
Usually that's what I say is I'm like,
That's funny.
how are you doing today? Breathing. Listen, we're alive.
For you,
my enjoyment this week has been clips of people getting absolutely massacred in Elden Ring. It's been pretty funny to watch.
That has been. I didn't realize how funny that. Like,
yeah, it was like watching people die in Skyrim, like those,
Yes.
like the videos that were like the
Yeah.
1,000 ways to die in Skyrim videos. Did you ever see those?
So
Hilarious. If you ever have just like
yeah,
20 minutes that you want to kill sometime, just look up those videos.
yeah.
1,000 ways to die in Skyrim.
in Skyrim.
Funniest videos ever.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
watching people die in in Elden Ring is pretty funny.
Yeah, I've been that's been popping on my TikTok. You know what's problem is TikTok is trying to make stuff my business that has no business being my business. And I don't like it anymore. Like, I like TikTok, but I don't like the fact that
TikTok's algorithm's getting very Instagrammy.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's true.
I shouldn't know about this. Like, I don't care about this drama, this beef,
Yeah.
this topic at all. I don't.
So much drama.
I never
didn't
interacted
come
with
here
this
for all that.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't come here for the lives of the TikTokers themselves. I came here for the content.
Yeah, and that too. I'm like, live? What are you talking about that you can't summarize in 10 seconds or 15, or
Well,
whatever?
and on top of that too, you just never know like what drama is actually real and what's just
Yeah.
for clout.
Internet
You know?
drama.
Yeah, exactly. Just internet
just-
drama for the sake of clicks. You know?
Facts. Let's talk about the hard. I don't even have a transition for this. We're gonna talk about our main topic, which is we all watched the season 2 of Demon Slayer. And I wasn't gonna throw a report card in here until I saw the ending, so I will throw that in part of our rating of the show, just so y'all know. So mull that over.
Like,
I don't remember the ending.
I was like, did I miss something?
Episode 11.
I mean, yeah, but
Okay, just the backstory of it. We'll get to it.
okay.
All right, let's talk about this.
Maybe
man.
you give your report card first so we understand the assignment.
Oh, for sure.
Right, so we
And I
can
mean,
copy
like,
off your paper.
It's not gonna be a-
that's what you
it's not gonna be a
meant.
high grade, but I just thought it was interesting because I didn't think it was applicable at all. And then I was like, oh, okay, I see.
wait a minute.
There's something going on here. So let's talk about this. So first thing I want to ask y'all had in a group text, y'all's debate about, or y'all debate about this. Is Demon Slayer for the
Oh.
kids
Yes.
or nah?
Yes.
Yes.
Most anime is for kids.
But we're talking about this anime.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also
This-
one of the anime for children. Shonen is a demographic made for adolescent boys.
Teenager boys.
So if it's categorized as shonen, it's for children. That's what it was written for specifically. So it's shonen, seinen, shoujo, and
I forgot that one.
josei. So shonen and shoujo are made for girls and boys. Seinen and josei are made for men and women. So
Sure, but this
Right.
anime,
yeah, it's
though,
for
Yeah.
kids.
My
I don't-
thing is
Just because
is-
American kids are pussies don't mean it's not for kids.
That's very true.
I don't know if I would say that.
Well, right now they are.
I mean, there's the whole morality thing in raising kids that are not going to be little demon children. But
You saying Japanese kids are demon children?
no, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying
Look
is
at
that
you.
yeah, look at her jumping to conclusions,
Trying to
trying
get
to
the
paint
good
me in a
clip
bad
going,
light,
right?
right? Trying to get me canceled out in these streets, right? No, what I'm saying is that whether it's geared towards kids or not doesn't mean I believe that kids should be watching it. If my wife is pregnant, if I had a toddler or an elementary school kid right now, I don't think I would want them to watch Demon Slayer.
Well, shonen's not elementary. It's middle
But you're saying
school, high
kids.
school.
Middle school and high schoolers are not kids. They're
Yeah, they are.
teenagers.
Yes, they are.
They're
Listen, that's the
teenagers.
problem.
Have you
with the
talked to a
police
middle
because they don't
schooler
see a
or a high
16-year-old black
schooler?
boy as a
As
kid.
They are a
as
child.
adults, we call them kids.
They
Look,
are
yeah,
kids.
according
Teenagers are starting to form their own opinions, starting to have their own
That's still a
worldviews.
child.
Yeah.
Look, according to
That's not kids.
according to
in the
shonen
kids we're
anime
talking
and
about.
how they treat all middle school in high school.
Yeah, right.
They're going on adventures. They're
Yeah,
saving the
right.
world.
Tanjiro is 13.
They don't have parents.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Tanjiro is a 13-year-old boy.
right. But
Spider-Man
It's
been a
made
kid for most of his
other
run.
13-year-old
All right,
boys
Spider-Man
Okay,
also
okay,
ain't cutting
okay.
people's
to
heads
be
off.
watching.
okay, what do you have to say about I gotta bring it. What his sister's demon transformation? In
Oh,
this,
That
because
ain't
he
for
became
kids.
fully. That is for teenage boys. It's for teenage boys.
You want your
Just
kids
saying.
watching a
I'm not
transformation where she goes
Japanese.
from
I
little
don't have
to
Japanese
full-grown woman
sensibilities.
with
I didn't
I don't have
understand.
Japanese
I'm like,
sensibilities.
you were just
Plot.
9 years old just seconds ago.
Com-
I don't understand
Right.
how this works.
Comic books were made for kids, and that's how comic book women are portrayed. The
Yeah.
exact same way.
Is that healthy though?
Who
I'm just
said-
saying
they
what
ain't
it
saying
is.
whether
I'm not
it's
saying
healthy
it's
or
Yeah,
not.
healthy
but
or
answer
not.
this question though. What's up? Y'all dodging.
No, it's
No.
never.
Yeah.
No, it's
I don't
never
think it
healthy.
is.
Okay, so then
It's
should
not.
it be for kids?
It,
If
it-
it's not
is.
healthy.
It is
not,
for
but
kids.
the thing is,
Okay.
it's like it's not about
All right.
whether it should be or not. It is.
It
like
is.
It's a cartoon
that's
for
what it is.
children.
Okay. Target audience.
Yes.
Fine.
Kids.
I agree, disagree on that.
Okay,
I would not want my kids watching.
but that's a totally different statement.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a totally
So
different
then
I
statement.
I
am as
do
a
not
person
think it's
is
for
different
kids.
from what the world is. Does that make sense?
I mean,
So my opinion
I think
does
an
not
18-year-old
dictate
should
what
be able
the
to
rest of
drink,
the world should or shouldn't
I
but they
don't
do.
disagree
can't.
with that.
But they can't.
I don't disagree with
It's
that.
just what it is. It don't matter. Like,
I think 18 you should be able to live your life. Do what you want.
Yeah.
You're legally an adult. Do what you want.
Yeah.
but not 14.
But no, not 14. Of course not.
Yeah.
Little knuckleheads.
Hey, bar mitzvahs, when do they happen at like 13 years old?
Yeah.
You're a
Look, I
man
know a
now.
lot of 13 and 14-year-old. I'm gonna tell you,
American 13 to 14 year olds.
are they that different?
Yeah.
Yes,
oh my
because I've
God,
had
yes.
foreign exchange students in my school, and yes, we are that different. We are a very indulgent country.
Yeah.
Even
We baby
European
our
countries,
kids. We
even
baby our
European
kids, yeah.
countries don't. They expose their kids to a lot more, so the kids have no sense of having to consume, indulge.
Yeah.
Oh, this is forbidden. This is forbidden. I gotta see what it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Type thing. So
That's
I
just
mean,
it's, you just got to be smart with how you raise your kids.
oh
That's
yeah,
the
I
thing.
mean yeah,
Like,
but
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna die on this hill that I don't think it's for children.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna die on this hill.
and I would agree, but it's made for children.
Okay. Well, yeah. Shonen, it being made for children aside, I don't think it's
Yeah.
for children.
Yeah.
No, most shonen is not for what you would consider a kid. Maybe 17, 18,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but not like 13, 14.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think like this show is very interesting. When you think about the people that are, can I say, brutally murdered in this like whole
Mhm.
season, like just throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
Even when you get to the end of the season, you get to the backstory of the upper rank 6, and you're like, what happened to this?
I mean,
sister?
she's also
Oh,
a 13-year-old girl going through what she went through too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Because
oh,
there's
that's-
a reality to that. There's a reality and danger to that type of culture that the first time that she was sold into that or given away to that she was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And for defending herself, she gets set on fire
Yeah.
as a child.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But it's like those are important conversations to have. And then when you have a kid that watches something like that, and then they go to you and try to have that conversation, like, Mom, there's like teenagers in this entertainment district, and like from what the show is saying, like them is grown men being entertained by young children. And then you have a conversation with your kid. It's dirty, nasty, ugly people in this world. And that is something that children your age actually go through in this world. How fortunate are you?
You
know?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. My question, well, we'll get to the contents of the show too. I know we kind of got ahead of it. How does this compare to season 1?
I think because I like the red light district arc in the manga, I think that makes me like this season a little better. But I think story-wise, the first season was better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first season, I think the first season happens over a longer period of time.
Right.
Yeah.
The second season is such a short snippet of events. It's literally like a single drawn out fight.
Yeah.
Like for 11 episodes.
Yeah. And because and then in between is Mugen Train, which is like, I don't know if that counts towards either one, but
it technically would be.
Did
y'all
it's not love really or hate the little
season.
tidbits that they added in the Mugen Train stuff part?
Oh,
I skipped it because I watched the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably go back and watch it, but I didn't watch it before I watched this.
I only watched the movie.
I can't.
only watched the
did
movie.
I watch it? I think I did watch it.
I mean, but I feel like I watched. I feel like I watched the movie and
I
got
feel like you
what I
can because it's what, like
needed.
4 episodes, 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's not very.
Train?
It's like I think it might be 6 episodes.
So yeah, I mean, you can add a lot obviously because you have a 2-hour movie, and I mean, it's not. Well, it's probably not that long. It's probably like an hour and some change. But I mean, obviously, you can do more in episodes than you can in a movie.
They almost make you love Rengoku more.
I mean,
Which I mean, the manga obviously flushes out a lot too.
They have stuff in it that's not in the manga.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I will go back and watch it. I just didn't.
They like
before
add
watching
an entire little piece to Rengoku's situation, and at first I was kind of like, "What's happening right now?" But I was like, okay, I understand why they added it, and I was like, if I'm someone that couldn't watch, because Demon Slayer is being dubbed for Toonami, like on Cartoon Network.
Yep.
So like kids, people are watching. People are watching it on Cartoon Network. So the people that didn't get a chance to watch the movie are watching the episodic version of the Mugen Train thing. And I really am interested in people that didn't get a chance to watch the movie, how they felt about the Mugen Train arc, because there are little things that are so different, but they kind of make the story deeper. I don't know that for me, I don't need them because it doesn't take me a lot to get into a story.
Yeah.
If I spend my time on a story, I'm going to get into the story.
For sure.
We can talk about whether or not it was good later. I'm going to enjoy it while I'm in it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would love to hear someone's perspective from like not seeing the movie and then watching just the episodes, because it's a very different experience.
Yeah. I wonder, we could probably throw that in the Discord too. I'd love to get folks' opinions. We have some folks' opinions on the whole season 2.
I'm not a Tanjiro fan.
Why not?
He's
Go for it. Go for it.
You don't like emotional niggas?
You know what?
It's not because he's emotional. It's because he's
empathetic.
He has the thickest plot armor I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In
For
my
sure.
life.
I was just gonna say that
he literally carries his plot armor on his back.
That's true.
I mean, we gonna get to
I can't move. I can't breathe. Oh no! I found a wheel.
We gonna talk about
for
it
the 4th time this episode.
No, we gonna talk about it because that's definitely on my list of like things that I didn't like. We'll talk about we'll talk about toward the end of the season 2 where he gets to a particular fight and it's like what. But let's talk about our favorite moments. What are some things that we appreciated about season 2?
The choreography for that last fight.
Yeah.
When it's all 3 of them are fighting both of them at the same time.
Yeah, that was fire.
Just the way they wove all that together.
Yeah. The animation undefeated.
The anime.
Dude, I'm-
Listen,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
and I
Top
still
tier.
call them UFO table because I want to. So, but they're like. They're killing the game.
They
It's
are,
one of
yeah.
those
I
things
mean,
where it's like
nothing looks like what
everybody
they're putting out.
else.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like even Jujutsu Kaisen, as beautiful as it was, Demon
Is it?
Slayer.
Yeah, Demon
like
Slayer.
you
Yeah,
know, like
Demon Slayer
they're
is-
outpacing
Yeah, that's true.
everyone. And part of that is because they're doing it, maybe a little bit healthier, focusing on a thing at a time. Mappa, you hear me?
Yeah, right.
Focusing on one thing at a time. And so they're able to put out really, really excellent work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks
it
beautiful.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love they also they added something that wasn't in the manga too, showing how Tanjiro and Nezuko fight when he's on missions.
Yeah.
That's not in the manga.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
There's a part before Uzui comes to the compound to get some Slayers to go with him, he kind of talks through like we go on missions and we're training to try to get better because of Rengoku.
Sure.
And so they actually go on a mission where
Yeah.
they try to take out a demon, and it kind of
The one that
shows
got caught
like
in the warehouse
yeah,
at the
like
end?
how he's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
kind of
yeah. Okay,
learning
sure. I
and
got
like
you.
still fumbles, but they
Yeah.
show how him and Nezuko fight together
Yeah.
to fight
Becau-
the demons and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really smart thing to add before they get to this, because
Yeah.
in the manga it is jarring that she's like
Out of
fighting
nowhere.
with him
Yeah.
out of nowhere,
And
but
then
like
at top
having
level,
that
yeah.
having that kind of lead in where it's like, okay, she's starting to understand her own power and how to
Mhm.
use it. So then it hits you extra hard when she does go almost full demon mode,
Yeah.
and like his siblings in his brain are like, go get her before she like goes full on
Yeah.
demon. But I liked that they added that scene.
Yeah. Favorite moments. I really like this arc. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause like I know the first arc is supposed to be like, it almost reminds me of Batman Begins, Dark Knight, where it's like the first season is more like Batman. It's the origin story,
Yeah.
but it's like a Batman Begins, like the longer, drawn out origin story or whatever. But like not that I didn't like. I just like nothing in here. I'm also not necessarily a Tanjiro fan. Like I'm not. Nothing about him is like other than his relatability to demons. Like, hey, I feel bad for you, bro. Like that's the part I appreciate. But like as a main character, as a protagonist, nothing get. So when you get this arc and then you have like the reality of the red light district or the entertainment district, I think that kind of that griminess.
Yeah.
It helps. It almost, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like, dang it. It kind of reminds me like almost like the backdrop of like a Quentin Tarantino movie in a way that has like all this like murkiness and this dirtiness in it or whatnot. And so I think I appreciate that, because if I would have got another season 1 of them just, we're slaying demons, I'm learning myself, like that would have been kind of annoying. Where it's like there's more at stake here. It's like, hey, no, these are things that are actually happening. We actually have houses of young women for these professionals. It's not okay, but this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And they're also getting, and so I think like I appreciated them introducing that element to the arc as opposed to just having them just be like a Demon Slayer journey, like season 1 or whatever. So I appreciate it. That was one of my favorite things.
I mean, outside of obviously the things that we've already mentioned with the fights and how it looks and stuff, I just like the interactions between the characters.
Yeah.
Like Uzui and his wives, their interactions are hilarious.
They're hilarious.
Yeah,
Uzui and Tanjiro's interactions are hilarious.
Yes.
Like
I like
Inosuke is like,
oh yeah, he
for me,
always on team.
Inosuke in this
He was
season
the best
is
part of that
undefeated,
season,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
He's so funny,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey,
he kills me. He's running around with Zenitsu
He
behind
said,
him,
maybe we
calling,
should stay
calling him
free.
his
Yo.
servant and this is peon or whatever.
I thought he, even though it's plot armor issue, I like sleepiness in Zenitsu. Like I like his
Right.
Yeah.
swaggy,
Yeah.
like
Dude,
the Batman voice. Like,
Yeah.
like what is going on, bro? Like
He
But
was
I
like,
still
"Why-
got
you
the
should
snot
just
bubble
stay
up coming out.
yeah. Dude, he like Inosuke was like, and he even made a comment too, like, man, you were asleep for a long time.
Right.
I think something happened where Tanjiro's talking to him and he's like, wait. don't wake him up.
Bro, because I'm telling you, when he busts out that thunderclap, bro,
that's hard.
He's unkillable, bro.
When
I'm telling you.
When they develop
cool.
that, like in season, maybe in
towards the
seasons
end, towards the end, so when they actually dig into Zenitsu's backstory, it's actually pretty cool. It
is interesting.
It's really cool.
For sure.
Because his backstory is really interesting. Because obviously they've already gone over Tanjiro's. They've already gone over Inosuke's.
Right.
Well, there's a part two to Inosuke's.
Yeah, to a degree.
Which is also really
crazy.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like Zenitsu's backstory is crazy. And like why he goes mad when he's asleep. And then why he has to be asleep to fight well. And why he only knows one form. Like all those things are explained in his backstory. Which is fire in the manga. So I'm super excited for that to be animated because again, still Zenitsu's one of my favorite characters.
Without a doubt.
Just because of like his character. Like obviously with the screaminess, it's for most people it's jarring. Obviously I know shout out to Cooper. I know you hate Zenitsu. But like I still love his character because obviously with the craziness, he still is one of like the dopest fighters in the show.
Yeah.
So I just loved like the interactions between the characters and even between like the banter between like their group and the demons.
Yeah.
Like especially the sister.
The sister
like,
demon
dialogue
was really
hilarious.
good. She was really
so
funny.
funny.
She was. And then she always kept throwing a fit.
It was funny.
At the end, Uzi was like, why is she still alive? And she's just whining and crying about life. And he's like, is she throwing a tantrum right now? Why is she dead?
You're staying alive to like complain like to your brother.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's it. That's
right.
That's one of my favorite. I did love their relationship dynamic. That the demon brother and sister, upper rank 6. I appreciated it and how they sort of tried to parallel it to Tanjiro and Nezuko. Yeah. And so I was like, but I appreciated their relationship more. Huh? No, he was right. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I'm protecting
He's
my
like, no, you
sister.
useless.
Right.
What the fuck you doing?
She realized it when they went to, the other realm. She was like, my bad. I know it's my fault. I just hate losing. Yeah. He's like, get away from me. I mean, obviously, that's not how it ends, but I appreciated their relationship.
Yeah, for sure. So, the banter and the camaraderie I liked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, their relation. I have a lot of thoughts about their relationship. The
demon siblings.
Yeah, it's a lot there. Let's get to it. Well, first let's talk
Malcolm's
about
favorite moment.
Oh yeah, you got favorite moments.
Oh, what would be my favorite moment?
Malcolm hated the season.
I didn't actually. The goofy wife was hilarious for sure.
Yeah.
But
was that the one I was trying to talk to him as he was dying?
I'm trying to say my last word.
And it's not lost on you guys too that the wives look like
but I do appreciate that they also personality wise are nothing like them. They look like them.
Similar.
Well,
so the cry wife would be Zenitsu, even though she looks like Inosuke.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the wife with the highlights is Inosuke, but she looks more like Zenitsu.
Yeah, so I appreciate it wasn't like
level-headed
1-to-1 per se.
But that was funny. Shout out to the high value. Kevin Samuels, high value man with his option. I had to slip one in there for you, Chris.
No, you know
what's funny? When the demon freaked out, he's like, "You have 3 wives?"
3 wives?
And he got mad about it.
And he was like, "I'm a high value man. I don't know what you want me. I got options out here."
That's true.
I had April sit in. My wife. I had my wife April sit in on one of the episodes. She was like, "This is sexist." I was like, "This is anime. What are you talking about? Like, this is how things go." And I was like, "No, this is just how this guy's life is."
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. That's why I'm like,
not wrong.
What we to say? It is what it is.
But the fights were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the season. Definitely like the fights, but I like his wives. Then especially the goofy one, always loud for no reason, messing up their little moments and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
no
she
doubt.
snatched up Nezuko when he set her
said,
on fire.
Take the petals out of my ear, dude.
Yeah, right. That was a funny move. Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Let's talk about things we didn't like. And then we can talk about the complicated stuff too in that, like the relationship dynamic between upper rank 6 and the fact that that's actually are both of them 6, 1, and 2, or anyways. Things you didn't like about this. Somebody said plot armor.
Yeah, Malcolm did. I think that's going to be on all of our lists. Tanjiro's plot armor.
Yeah. There's a fight, and there's a spoilers all over here. Can we put like a spoiler notification?
Probably at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. There's a fight in which this guy holds his breath the entire time. Apparently.
Oh yeah, the first time he fights the sister,
mm-hmm.
and it goes nuts.
Yeah, and he
out of nowhere, I have to breathe. I'm out of it.
Yeah, like where his siblings be hopping up in his subconscious, like, breathe!
And that made, I in a way I get it. Maybe it makes more sense in the manga. It don't make any sense in the flow of the fight where he's like, take it off. He's like, why is he moving so fast? I don't understand what's going on. He's like, okay, if I just get here, then I can cut this off, and then I can go right here. And if I just slice it. And then out of nowhere, breathe! It was like, what? Yeah, okay. Right. And that's my thing with Tanjiro, like, I don't know if he maybe learns or progresses as a character, but the fights he never seems strong enough to get into what he's getting into.
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah, but at some point you need to like.
That's a trope in anime though. Like you run into fights that you have no business being in, and you just adapt.
The difference between I think this one and how they're treating a lot of shonen shows now than how they did when we were younger is that they don't make it seem like a kid could actually handle that situation.
True.
Where in Naruto, it was like they're fighting Jonin level people and they're like, I shouldn't be here, but look, I won.
Yeah.
You'd be like, nigga.
You said Naruto or Boruto?
Naruto. I'm talking specifically about Naruto. But in this one, it's like a I'm in this situation and this is definitely above my level. And also, I'm gonna die if someone doesn't help me.
But he getting.
I should not be here right now.
He the main character. He getting hold more than the sidekicks.
That's what I'm saying.
You said he getting hold more than the sidekicks.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's problematic.
What do you mean he shouldn't be?
Why are you the main
character? He's been like
a
Slayer for like 3 years.
So is Inosuke.
Yeah.
The only one that should have any type of experience is Inosuke. So Tanjiro has no reason to be, especially with all this, I gotta get better shit.
Well, the problem
he always saying that too. Stop saying that if you ain't gonna get better, bro.
So the problem,
I'm tired of it.
The thing that I liked about what Tanjiro learned about his fighting in this, because he says it in there too. He said, my body, the water style doesn't fit me as a person. The fire style, the sun breathing style fits me better. But the sun breathing style is too hard on my body. I'm not there yet. So he's struggling with the stuff that he spent all his time working on and the stuff that he's been trying to master this entire time being shit he can't actually do well. So he's been spending all them years training doing the wrong shit. And then he couldn't learn the right shit because Rengoku's dad was a bitch.
Right. He was ripped up the pages. And like, you don't go, right.
So it's like he couldn't actually spend his time learning the style that really fit him.
Then he started singing Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father. And then...
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think that's the whole point. I think they'll revisit that.
He'll get there, but he's just learning. Well, I think they're going to revisit it with, again.
I think they'll revisit it with Rengoku's dad. I think that's part of the whole writing a letter thing or whatever. My bad for being how I was.
Being a bitch.
I was just feeling away. But you did the right thing, kid. Do your thing, playboy. That's pretty much what the letter. I think that was but I still don't like the fact that you're fighting Upper Rank 6 and you're like, you tap out.
He should get clapped. I don't understand.
But he's doing the worst out of everybody.
Yeah, because he's trying to do, that's what I said. He just learned he has to start from zero.
By his 6-year-old sister.
There we go.
How would you feel if you had to jump in and help me in a fight?
I'd be like, God, I'm glad I was able to help.
30 years ago, you would have said that?
Well, 30 years ago, I would have been like, nigga, if you can't do shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
25 years ago. The same thing. He in the same predicament.
But if I knew I could help you and I was able to help you, I wouldn't feel no type of way about helping you. The fuck is that?
I would. I'd be like, damn, I got to get my little sister out here.
Right, and he feels that way. Yeah. He does feel that way. She don't feel that way because she's like, you my brother. I'm gonna look out for you the same way you
He
look
didn't
out for
feel
me.
like that until after the demon let him know
he
what
been
was
felt
going
like
on.
That.
No, that demon was giving it to him.
The business,
like, nigga, that's
the
your
beats.
little sister.
No, because he said
that's my baby. That's your baby sister.
When she was getting ready to go full demon, and he had to go stop her. He says like, "I'm so sorry that I fucking suck and I made you have to fight and do all of this. Like, you don't have to fight anymore. I'll do it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." He realizes in that moment that he ain't shit. It didn't take the demon telling him that he wasn't shit. He already knew that shit.
Jordan, you had a point.
I was just gonna say the only thing that, like, in Tanjiro's defense of getting clapped every time he steps and gets up off the ground, is that
straight clapped.
He also, to be fair, like, if you're thinking about just the two fights that were going on between, you know, Uzui and Tanjiro, and then, you know, Sasuke and Zenitsu, is that Tanjiro was arguably fighting the stronger half of the two. Because, like, the sister by herself lost to Tanjiro the first time.
Yeah.
And then she's fighting at full strength Zenitsu and Inosuke at the same time.
Combined.
And the brother, combined. And the brother is, like, way stronger than her. Like, his blood is poison, like, way stronger than her. Like, the stakes are way higher fighting him. So, like, the fact that Tanjiro was, like, fighting him,
and he
means
did
that,
the whole
you finna get knocked.
first part of it fighting her in the form that she's killed several head demon slayer people in. By himself.
They even
Nezuko.
talked about their count. They were like, "Oh yeah,
and
we've killed like
took
16
a shot
Hashiras
because
and like
he's trying to protect
200
the dumb
like
nigga.
the little junior kids."
Right.
Yeah.
So
and
I mean,
he was like, "I could keep up with her."
Yeah, they were out
until
here,
she started absorbing ribbons and shit.
Yeah, they were out here bragging about their body count, and Tanjiro was like, "Not me."
Yeah, and I think to add to that, like, in the talk about, Tanjiro's sister, I think the problem is with that, for me, and maybe y'all manga folks have read Demon Slayer further. If they keep pulling her out of middle fights out of nowhere, I'm gonna get really irritated.
You mean Nezuko? Or who?
Yeah, Nezuko. Oh. Without any explanation, without any.
But they show you that that's their fighting style.
That's fine, but this is different, right? She goes toe to toe with upper rank demons.
Yeah,
that's the point. That's the point, though. Is that she's the only demon that Muzan is scared of.
Yeah. And I guess that's my point. It's like
she's like Blade out here,
pretty much. Pretty much. That's a great comparison.
Yeah, it's pretty much what she is.
She's a demon hunting demon. Like, he's a vampire hunting vampire. Like,
and I just feel like if they're gonna keep pulling her out in the middle of fights, they're gonna have to explore that way sooner than later.
They don't let her talk. How they gonna explore it?
That's my point. That's what she just gotta just boom.
I mean,
nice.
That's the thing.
Like, wait, what happened?
The thing is like this is where Nezuko's character starts getting fleshed out a lot more from this point forward.
Yeah.
At least in the manga, I don't know how they're going to deal with it.
Right. In the manga,
anime.
they talk about like how she's been training and who she's been sitting with.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. But the other side of that is that the one thing about the demons that I think that they do explain, but I'm like, does anybody remember that they talked about this? Muzan's blood is almost like a power up.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Depending on how much of his blood he gave her on the offset, it's very plausible that she could be much stronger than all of the upper ranked demons, which is why he's so afraid of her. She's the demon that got away, which is what he tells the little.
Well, and then you think about that
whatever.
too. I mean, you think about, and this just goes into just nerd culture in general.
Yeah, go for it.
With like you being like multiple generations away from the source, and she directly was created as a demon by Muzan himself.
Facts.
Whereas these upper demons were created by other demons.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like with the upper six, like they have the flashback where it shows the former upper six.
Yeah,
the former upper six creating them. You know, and so it's like, okay, well, you have diluted generations of power versus she's directly from the source.
Yeah.
So she, by just that definition alone, would be multiple times stronger than most of them. And I mean, every fight she's in, one-on-one, none of the other demons can hold her.
They can't hold her.
She claps every single one.
Yeah.
With the first fight she had in the first season with the demon with the balls, Like
Yeah.
when she kicked that ball back and she was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's how you when you first realize that. Oh, Nezuko's about that life.
But
like,
I think you also start to recognize the lie that the demons have been told too.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that we have to consume people to become stronger.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's like you learn with Nezuko that that's not true.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
It's his prerogative that the demons think it's true though.
Yeah, and
so that they kill more people.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that he's also not making any other direct as many direct demons, if that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like if her story is fleshed out, I think it'll be cold, but you can't keep trying to just pull her out of these fights and doing cold stuff and turning from 9 to 21 in like one fight. That doesn't sit well with me. I'm just saying. Any other dislikes or things y'all wasn't a fan of for the season?
You want to? I was gonna say, Malcolm, you leaning forward like you about to go in.
I already said my dislike.
Oh, was the plot armor
the
thing?
Video games get serious. You
Which moment? Tanjiro comes essentially back to life like 4 times.
That's my point. They add up.
Well, then somebody mentioned, I think it was Cooper in the Discord also mentioned about Enos keeping able to move his heart.
But he did that first season, didn't
move
he?
my organs.
Yeah.
It's like, it's child's play.
That's a callback to first season.
Shake it up.
He's done that before.
Yeah, he's done that.
I mean, that in itself too is also kind of plot armor because
wait, you just
be able to move. You can just move your organs around.
But you know that's like a
the beast breathing.
Like no.
That's
a ancient.
Yeah, that is like
martial
ancient,
arts
thing.
myth that if you are good enough.
You can
at controlling your body and your chi you can move your organs,
and or you can like slow your bleeding and things like that.
So it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of like a I don't want to say a cultural callback kind of thing, but it's like one of those little things where it's like if you train hard enough, you can move your heart from one side of your chest to the other.
And he's done
it's
it
like,
already.
That's not how bodies work.
That's the ninja assassin plot armor too.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
My heart's on the other side.
Or fucking I'm paralyzed, but fuck it, move your left toe. Like listen, ma'am. And Kill Bill.
Hey, Kill Bill.
But like that, that's the mythology with the organ thing.
I feel like, and I've just read this too. I think about like my overall problem, maybe with Demon Slayer, is, and Cooper said this, the unlimited stamina that everybody seems to have, and whenever there's and it's like Tanjiro, you just lost your breath, bro. You said you can't breathe. Now you're back. Now you back scheming.
Listen, he took his back seat for a minute. He caught his breath so he could keep going.
This is like if I don't breathe, I'll die. Like it's not like I need to catch my breath.
It's like you ever lift a heavy weight and you forget to breathe. I feel like it's parallel to that.
Yeah, but he does it like multiple times. It's like you
been swimming?
Not lately.
But I mean, it's the same thing. You swim for a long distance, you hold your breath, and you be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die if I don't breathe." And you stop and you breathe.
Not y'all comparing
and once
actual
you catch
swimming
breath,
to
then you can go swim
techniques.
again. But I think what I'm saying is like it's not necessarily that they have unlimited stamina. It's the idea that they get it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're the fight that they were in probably lasted maybe not even. It lasted maybe a couple of hours. That whole entire fight, they destroyed an entire city in a couple of hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple hours.
Yeah, because it didn't.
They were like, God damn, where's the fucking sun?
They were.
They ain't fighting all night.
Like, if the sun comes up, oh no, it's gonna be way off.
And they kept saying it's like, oh, sunrise is so far from now. What are we gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that have unlimited stamina. Tanjiro loses his stamina constantly in this arc.
Yeah.
Hey, stop playing. I got asthma. Stop playing. I got asthma.
Wait.
Take a hit of his inhaler and then go back to fighting.
Right.
It's that they get it back.
That's that dumbass thing that
like
runners be talking about, that runner's high.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about, you know how you you ever been friends with a runner who's like, oh, I love running because I get that runner's high.
Y'all ever see
that?
People get
the
the second wind.
Y'all see
that
one?
like,
Y'all see that one race with the 2 white girls that think they about to win the race?
Oh
And the
yeah.
black girl just come right behind them like, nope. Right before the finish. That's what I feel like.
I think that's the idea behind it. Is just kind of this like,
second
especially
win.
when the second win, exactly. Like your
second win is
like
a
your
thing.
Second win.
Though.
It is.
But
It's a
sixth win, like
yeah, right. Like when it's past, there's no third win. There's
a lot of
I've
wind
gotten
going
a third
on.
win before in real life.
What were you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah. What, cross country?
It probably was cross country.
Yeah.
It was either cross country or basketball. One of those games where they have you on the floor the entire game because they don't want to sit first string out, and you be like, "Bruh, I ain't had a sip of water this whole game, and the ball's been going. I've not stopped running this entire game.
Yeah,
but no, I think it was that we did like a 2.5 mile cross country run.
It wasn't when you were practicing sliding in $85
Shut up,
sweatpants
Marco.
as your brother got you.
But I did. I got a third win on the cross country run. But that third win came out of the deepest crevice of my asshole because I was like, I'm gonna die. I was like, I'm gonna die. My heart feel like it's finna explode. my ass is doing sound breathing.
Oh my god.
No, but it is. You get that third win. It's one of those where it's like you're pushing through physical pain. Like everything hurts. Your lungs hurt. Your heart
you over
hurt,
here opening inner gates and
stomach,
shit.
Right? You feel like it's gonna rupture and shit.
Oh man,
soking up her life force to get that third win.
Right. Oh man, let's talk about. I guess the last thing I'll talk about before we get to ratings and stuff is you had a comment on the complicated relationship between
the
upper rank,
want me to
upper
go
rank
into
6.
It?
Go for it. Go for
Okay.
it. Unless anybody else had any more dislikes.
No, go for it.
So I kind of loved their relationship, and I think that it makes more sense than people are probably going to give it credit for.
Yeah.
In particular, I think that people are going to shit on the little sister a lot.
Yeah, that ain't fair.
Right.
That's not fair.
Because as much as people are like, yeah, you were the weakest link because he was the stronger one and he was the protector. She was the person that he used to be able to live a full life, both in their time as children and in their time as demons. So they're an equal pairing. Yes. In that she allows him access to things that he otherwise would not be able to have, both in their former lives and in their demon lives. And because of that, she ends up finding value in her beauty because her brother teaches her that is her only value to the world. And so she becomes self-obsessed with the idea of beautiful is all you ever have to be. And then on top of that, growing up in the red light district where women are what they look like, which is not far away from, we were talking about high value man a second ago, weren't we?
Uzu was like, what do you bring to the table though?
No, but it was like, it's this
I can be your piece. Sorry, go ahead.
But like it shows you the seedy underbelly of that kind of like what the logical end is to teaching women that their value is in their physical beauty.
Yeah.
And so then you have that where they're literally turning their physical beauty into monetary gain, not for their own gain though, for the gain of themselves, but their debt or their parents or the debtors or whatever. And so it's this kind of like just like women being tools and jewels and property.
So instead of the entertainment district should have been called the red pill district.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
exactly.
It's the red light. That's why I said it's in the red
Maybe
light
that's why they call it red pill.
Yeah.
No, but I love their relationship because it like.
Can I? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Knowing their circumstances. I also love that Tanjiro does not need to know the demon's circumstances.
Yes,
to have sympathy
I appreciated
for
that.
them.
I appreciate.
He doesn't need to know they had a bad life in order for him to be like, your situation stinks, or don't say that to your little sister.
I do like that, but I feel like it is like a meta narrative, like that he feels like circumstances have turned you this way. Mm-hmm. But I haven't read the manga, but I feel like he's gonna meet one that's just all malevolent, like malevolence, like he's
where
just
he just
evil.
Can't find.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
like
he
you have
did.
no redeeming qualities.
He did with the boy. What's the spider boy?
You talking about the one that was abusing?
I thought he had
sister.
a reason though.
Everybody has a reason to do whatever they do.
But he was unrelenting.
No, I mean like this happened, this personal trauma.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Everyone has a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, but
like
it would
be
always
unrealistic
internal.
for him to find someone that doesn't have a reason.
Yeah.
No, I mean a reason like to be just malevolent for the sake of bad is different than this happened to me and it changed my world.
But that's what I'm saying, that nobody's bad for the sake of bad. Everyone has a reason to do.
I don't know about all that.
Do you know what I mean?
No, because people know what evil is. Like none of the demons thought they were doing a good deed.
Right.
They just were enacting their form of revenge on the world.
Right. Or just acting on behalf of themselves.
But some people don't just want to watch the world burn just for shits and giggles. Right. They have a reason, but it's not a
it's not a traumatic reason.
Yeah, it's not a reason that would.
It's not a trauma response.
It's not a reason that would make you feel bad for them.
No, I think they can have no reason outside of wanting to do bad.
But that's what I'm saying. People always have a reason to do a thing. Otherwise, you don't do anything. You have to have motivation in order to act.
No, I get what you're saying,
right.
But the motivation is outside of something that happened to them. It didn't change. Nothing changed them for... I don't like weak people, so I fuck up weak people. That's a reason.
Yeah.
But it's not, this happened to me, so now I prey on the weak type thing. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
but that's what I'm saying. Even the idea of like, I hate weak people, so I prey on the weak, for me is a reason. And it could even be a reason that you feel bad for somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That they feel that way.
Yeah, but it's no.
Well, it's perspective too.
It's no change.
But that's why I said no reason.
So it's
of something that happened to them that would make you feel bad for them.
Yeah.
So someone that just wants to prey on weak people, you wouldn't feel bad for them.
But it's I can't,
because you don't feel like nothing happened to you. You shouldn't be.
But I can't return them to a former self. Like all the demons he's met so far, they can reference a former self.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody's just, I don't like weak people.
You kind of see a glimpse of that in the Mugen Train.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he's that way.
Mugen Train demon is like
talking about the train.
Yeah, the train.
But
not
he also
the train.
But he also didn't lose.
I'm talking about the 8 palms one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Him. He's strength for the sense of strength.
Yeah,
he's Goku.
What I'll say about that?
Evil demon.
One thing I don't know. I guess one thing I didn't like is in the brothers, and then we can move on to ranking. The brothers dialogue. This guy says, maybe if you would have been born into like a better family, or maybe if you would have gotten to a good house and hooked up with a good guy or whatever. But like he continues, and it's like what he's essentially saying: if you weren't you, then maybe things would have gone well. He goes and gives like 4 examples, and I'm not sure if the show means to be like that, but it's like,
I think he's recognizing in that moment that he raised his little sister poorly.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Like he raised her poorly, like what I was talking about with the telling her that her value, both to him and the rest of society, lies in her beauty. And that's the way that she's going to obtain things in this world. Telling her that everybody's got it out for you. You know what I mean? Training her up that way. And he's like, well, maybe if you didn't have me, you had somebody better, that you wouldn't have been the way that you were.
Yeah, but I think, sure. But I also think like, you pointed this out. I just think that there's no him. That's the reason why they are the way they are, the Upper Rank 6. They are fused together because they are counterparts. And I'm not sure... I don't know. I'm like, dang, it also isn't fair that he had to raise his sister, because their mom died of an illness and all that. And it's like,
well, she wasn't doing a good job with him by herself.
Yeah, that's what
She was
a shit mom anyway.
Yeah, I was
that
like,
probably would have been worse off for both of them.
Yeah,
if she had stayed alive.
Because like their circumstance was what it was, so I just felt like he's like, well, like none of this happened. yeah. But I thought, I mean, I still love their dynamic. I just like, what do you mean by that, bro? Let's get into it. We hear.
Well, sorry, no,
go for it.
No, I was gonna say, well, do you feel like circumstances can't change people?
I think circumstances are meant to change people, but I feel like I don't know, he made it seem like the way he framed it was any circumstance other than this would have worked. And I'm like, sure, maybe, but also like you taking out like the element of free will or a person's personality or a person's personal choices, like because she chose to, in a way, go into the Orion house. What do you call those things?
Oh, which house? She didn't choose to be a demon though.
You said she
no, but
did
he's
not.
Talking about the actual.
No, I'm just talking about her, the actual life.
Oh,
because I think that's what he referred to at first. But the whole demon stuff is whatever. But it felt like he was like, well, if nothing would have happened, if you weren't everything would have been fine. It's like, well, all this happened for a reason. I mean, again,
but he influenced the foundations of all the choices that she would come to make.
Yeah,
she wasn't making free will choices.
He was building up to be a certain type of person, and she became that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's a bad parent, but he was also a child. So
I was like, he's a kid, bro. Like the whole time there was kids.
Yeah,
like, you talk about raising. Anyways, this is for kids, right? Anyways, let's talk about. We don't got time for a rep report card. Only thing I wanted to point out for the rep report card was the fact that like I didn't expect them to be poor. So like I didn't expect the background for them to be like scum of the society. Like they were.
You didn't?
I did not expect
what?
that.
I read that immediately.
Yeah.
You didn't read that off immediately?
I mean, no.
What?
How would you have read that?
How could you not? I don't understand how you can't tell.
What did you think they were going to be?
You thought she was going to be some rich, spoiled kid?
No, because none of them are rich. None of these demons are rich and spoiled that I know of. Are they any of them? Season 1 demons rich and spoiled?
She's in the red light district. Of course they're poor.
Yeah, well,
she's a worker in the red light district. Right. Of course they're poor.
No, working, that's one thing, but I feel like their circumstance in particular, of no mom whatsoever, no parents, no anything. They're pretty much just living off the streets. That kind of surprised me a little bit or whatever. I didn't expect them to introduce that element. But it's cool. So you are a little more perceptive than I am.
Am I? Well, maybe because of some.
I mean, when it comes to all things,
and the things you deal with,
right? Maybe because of my background.
There we go. But let's talk about a rating. We here 1 to 10. No 7s. Just with 6 allowed. What do we think of season 2 of Demon Slayer? Again, 10 is bingeable. 1 is I can't believe I wasted my time on this. I'll go last because I can.
I mean, I'll go first. I'd probably give it like an 8.5, 9, just because like I mean I pretty much did binge it. Like, I mean it was great. Like it looked amazing. Like I said, it's a very short amount of story, so there's not really a lot of super big development you would do in that short of a story. I mean, even though it's 11 episodes, like you said, it literally takes place in like the span of like a day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, like story wise, it was good with the length of time that it had. Like you did good development of each of them individually. You had good development with Uzui and his wives. You had good development with the demons and their story. Like, so story wise, it was good. Action wise, it was fantastic. Story, like the way it looked was amazing. So yeah. I mean, I can't pick out anything that would make it a 10 for me per se, but
yeah, because it's an ongoing story, so it's like hard to be like, well, they need to do this, like they might do it in the next season. Yeah,
right.
I would say 8. I would even watch it again to see if I picked it. Like if when the new season come out, probably like rewatch that and kind of bridge it.
Yeah.
I think it was good, but not like spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
But I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm settling on an 8 too, I think. Where it's just kind of like, it was good. You know what I mean? It was good. I binged it. The animation is a 20.
Yeah.
If we're just basing off of that.
Definitely.
But I think that because I probably would have even done a 7 if we do 7s. Just because it's like just some of the plot stuff is armory. But like an 8.
Yeah. I think one thing I forgot to mention was the fact that with that one, my favorite moments was when Tanjiro does the big reveal when he's like, "I wasn't a girl, I was a guy all along."
Oh, and she was like,
"I do that." Your voice was deep and you look different. This
nothing
was you were not fooling anybody.
I love too. The demon girl was like, "You kill everybody except for Inosuke because that boy is beautiful." I'm trying to eat that. I'm trying to eat it.
That's funny.
I like the moment. Yeah, some of the moments in the show is like, this is silly. But it's very serious about things going on right now. But this is extremely silly.
I meant Inosuke.
You said Inosuke.
You
I did. Okay.
I said Tanjiro.
Okay.
But so yeah, I'll give it a 8.8. I heard it 8.5.
I was like gymnastics
right.
scores.
right. Average it look nuts. But I like the season. Like I said, I prefer the season better than the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that they need to start. They're gonna have to flesh out all that stuff that y'all talk about that's in the manga, in regards to his sister.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they flesh out Zenitsu.
They're gonna change the ending too.
Thank God.
Yeah.
We can only thank
God. I don't
God
have
for
they
that.
confirmed that they're changing it. I would imagine that they would.
They mentioned that they might.
I'm
like, please,
I'm like
boo. They already
sure
even in these they added stuff, and so I was like, okay, keep on that trend. Because the things that they add were like tasteful and they made sense with like the story.
Yeah, and I don't feel like, and they haven't like subtracted large amounts of content like they have done before to like change or fix a story.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're doing, like you said, they're adding bits and pieces that flesh out the story in a way that they can.
Because Demon Slayer, I mean, before the ending is great by itself. Like no changes.
The last few fights are pretty quick, but
quick. That's an understatement of the century.
Oh yeah, right. But like,
there's a Nitsu fast is what he meant.
Right. The last few fights are like annoyingly fast. But like, I feel like, I mean, they really could make us. If they're doing arcs for single fights against upper sixes, they're going to be a lot of arcs.
Yeah,
because I mean, literally each.
But that's what I want.
Yeah, right. Each of the upper six is great, and like the fights with all of the Hashiras.
Oh, their powers are so cool.
Yeah,
the demon powers are so much cooler than
they are. So much cooler.
Yeah, that's why I can't wait to see. That's why I'm gonna give it an 8.8. And I can't wait to I'm gonna keep watching it. It's just some of these shows, like even right now, like I don't even think I think I'm one episode behind on Attack on Titan, which is fine, but like dragging a little bit. But Demon Slayer is okay because they kind of it's almost worth the watch. Like even though, like we said, 2-hour story, 11 episodes, even though it happened in like probably a day, but I appreciated all the light moments and all of the touchy moments and stuff like that. So that's all I got for that. Did you rate it already, Malcolm?
Yeah.
8. All right. Y'all heard it here first. Let us know what y'all think if y'all watched it. If you didn't watch it, please don't watch this episode then. It's a little too late. It's too late.
Right, if you're here.
You're here and you're like, shout out to our patrons. Shout out to our supporters. Y'all keep us going. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think. I think we throw like questions on even on our audio stuff too, right? From time to time.
I did once.
I saw it more than once though. It's fine.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Let us know what you thought. Give us your rating. Anyways, and if you're watching this, the next episode we are reviewing the Batman. So tune in. You won't want to miss it. We'll say whether it was a classic or whether it was not a classic. I don't see it being a bad movie. So, but we'll see. Y'all know the slogan. Stay colorful. Peace.